Hi, hi! Once upon a time, there was a chief who liked to listen to stories. So he sent his servants everywhere to find a good storyteller. Our chief will give many presents to the man who will tell him the longest story in the world and make him laugh. The servants shouted this way in the streets. Many people came to the chief and told him very long stories. They tried to make him laugh, but nobody succeeded. The chief always said, "That is not the longest story, and there's nothing to laugh at." One day, a boy came, so he went to the chief and said, "Oh, my chief, let me try to tell you the longest story in the world, and I shall make you laugh." The chief said, "Well, sit down and begin your story." The boy began. Long, long ago, there lived a man, Mogambo by the name. He ate so much that no man could feed him full. His tummy will never get full. The chief of that country heard about Mogambo and said, "Bring him to me, I shall feed him full." And he ordered his people to bring hundreds of thousands of pots of soup, meat, and fruits. Hundreds of camels carried the pots on their back. The camels stopped in front of the chief's house. Many people came to see Mogambo's dinner. Then Mogambo came. The drummers began to drum, the musicians began to play, and the people sang songs. Mogambo made a bow to the chief and said to the people, "Now look at me, look at me, look at me." With these words, Mogambo began to have his soup. And then he ate, and he ate, and he ate, and he ate. "Well, what then?" asked the chief. And he ate, and he ate, and what then? "Oh, my chief," answered the boy, "this is only the first pot, and there were many thousands of pots. Wait a little." And he ate, and he ate, and he ate. Evening came. The boy went on with his story, and he ate, and he ate, and he ate. At last, the chief ordered him to stop till the next morning. In the morning, the chief asked the boy to continue his story. "Now, what can you tell us about your Mogambo?" he asked. "Oh, my chief, he not only ate, but he drank too. So he drank, and he ate, and he ate, and he ate." The storyteller said louder and louder, "And he ate, and he ate, and he ate." The chief looked at the boy and began to laugh. "Well, my boy, your story is the longest story in the world. Have a rest now. Please stop." And the young storyteller stopped his story, got many rewards from the chief, climbed up a camel, and rode away with these words, "And he ate, and he ate, and he ate." Some people are really creative in whatever they do. Creativity brings brilliance. People are not born with brilliance, but we create it over time. That's why there is a saying, our children are only as brilliant as we allow them to be creative. So, what is brilliance? One part of talent, two part of wisdom, and three parts of passion. Once our corporate meeting was scheduled in one of a famous hotel's meeting room. One of my colleague from a different state was also joining me. There my friend Esther recognized a man to be a local politician. She went to him and introduced herself very humbly and asked him for a small favor. She said, "I'm having a important business meeting in a few minutes, and it's very important that I impress them. If only you can come over during the meeting and say hello, I would be forever indebted to you." The local politician obliged to it with a smile. So that's how, a few minutes later, when the meeting started with all the delegates from different places, the man walked in and said, "Hi, Esther. with a big smile on his face. Esther responded, "Hey dude, don't bother me now. Can't you even see I'm in the middle of the meeting right now?" The politician turned red and disappeared quickly.